How do you go from making like 3 to 5K a month to 15, 20, 30K a month like the people promised you in this industry? Well, I'm going to break it down here. There's actually multiple facets because unfortunately, it's really easy for a sales trainer to tell you, if you just learn this one thing, guys, just learn this one thing, it's going to solve all your problems. And I've been in this industry for 6 years. I've invested, 70 grand in sales coaching with different mentors. All that to say that that's just not true. There's multiple things you need to learn. Unfortunately, I wish I could easily tell you, hey, if I could just find you that one offer, or if you just learn this one thing and you pay me 10 grand, I'll solve all your problems. That's probably the easier thing to say, but it's just not an integrity. And so I'm going to break down the multiple things that you need to understand so you can actually make 20, 30K and maintain that, right? Because 20, 30K a month doesn't mean anything if you're making 5 grand on the following month after that. Okay. Now, if you are looking for more support, if you like my vibe, if you like my form of training, in the link below, we do have a free school group. I go live every week. I do free coaching sessions. We give away a ton of resources. So if you want to join us there, just join below. Now, here are the 3 things that I've seen, and each of these unfortunately have multiple things underneath, but you're going to understand why in a moment. The very first is problem finding. Okay. It's not just finding, what's the promised land? Like, what is the ideal scenario, which a lot of rookie reps get stuck in because there's no real urgency. Now, problem finding is going to come into two things. One, the internal problem, which is 90% of the selling factor in the online space, in the biz op or in the transformational industry, because we sell coaching, right? And then there's strategic. Strategic is more so for you guys that sell B2B. Probably not that many of you guys. I've sold B2B. I actually really enjoyed it, but that's a slightly different conversation. How internal is interwoven in the strategic conversation, but it is strategic initially. Then we're going to look at objection handling, everyone's favorite. But it's not just objection handling. It is your ability to sit in tension. Okay, I've coached over 100 female closers at this point, and that's probably the most common thing, is that they know what to say. They struggle to say it, right? Because sitting in tension feels uncomfortable. So we'll talk about how you overcome that. And then offer. Now, it's not just how to land the right offer. Although being on a very dialed offer where people have been watching YouTube videos for hours and podcasts for hours and have bought all the low ticket before they talk to you, you're naturally going to have more indoctrinated prospects. That's just not always the case. Now with offer, it's how do we either, one, leverage the offer we currently have and create more opportunities, because most reps won't do that, or 2, how do we know that we've capped out the current opportunity and stack on multiple offers and then work our way to a better opportunity where we can make more money. Okay, so it's going to actually, how to make 20K plus captures all of these 3 things, and I'm going to go into each of them in detail here. Now, like I said, if you are looking for more support, if you do have questions around this stuff, you want to just come ask me on any of our free coaching sessions. We do those on Tuesdays. Just join the school link below. Now let's start with problem finding. Okay, problem finding. Now, unfortunately, a lot of reps are trained to start the conversation. Hey, what's the goal? What is the dream state? What is the desired outcome? And that's not necessarily wrong, but they get stuck in that, right? What would that do for you? What if you were making 20K a month, right? For all those sales and biz op opportunities, or, what if we did help you lose 20 pounds? What would that do for you? Right? The problem with this is that if someone has never done that, they aren't as motivated by something that has never happened yet because they don't know what it's like. I like to find their current situation. I like to find what they're doing about it, what methodologies, what strategies, what exercise regime, whatever it is that they're doing. Let's say methods. What methods? Why? Because that tells me the results. When I can get results from a current way of doing things, guess what I can find? Unhappiness, dissatisfaction, because the person is clearly on the phone with you because they're unhappy with how a certain area of life is going. And when I can find that, right, and I can make it real for them, when I ask them what's prevented them, or why hasn't it happened yet, or why haven't they taken the first step yet, or what's been holding them back, or whatever it is, I'm going to get a real response. And when you can get that, guess what you get after? You can start finding the real internal block. Because the way people think is what dictates their decisions, and the decisions they make is what drives their results. And if you can come to this, find the internal belief that's steering all that, you can do one of the most powerful things in all of sales, and that is, my friend, reframing. And when you can reframe early on in a call, when you can reframe at minute 8 and show them how their current way of thinking is sabotaging all the things that they want, and insert a new belief, one that's required to make the sale because it's required to get the outcomes that they want, that's how you get the objectionless closes. Or how you just get money objections, which are the easiest thing to figure out. Okay? So let's go into the next thing, which is objection handling. If you guys are getting things like it's not the right time, or like, I wanna do my research first, or you're getting all these BS objections, it's because your discovery is weak. Fortunately, that's why you're here. More importantly, with objections is sitting in tension. A lot of you guys have probably some decent script, right? Or have seen enough of the Instagram or TikTok videos to feel like, okay, I think I can handle a think about it, or a fear objection. And I would guess a lot of you guys stop yourselves from actually saying it. That's because of your relationship with tension. Okay? The more that you can get comfortable sitting in tension, the more that you understand that when you let the prospect take the frame, it's because your people pleaser has stopped you from saying what you need to say because of fear of losing the sale, or of not being liked, or being told to F off, or told, them emailing your manager that you're too pushy. If you let those things stop you because it's your people pleaser taking over in the driver's seat, then you will not have a comfortable relationship with tension, which means you just won't say what you need to say, and you're going to lose a lot of deals. Underneath all the great objection handling trainings or word tracks, there is your relationship with tension. Okay? Again, I've learned that just from my own journey, and then from coaching over 100 females at this point who all just struggle to say the thing. And that's something that we consistently have worked on. And that's what, drives the 20K, 30K commission months. And the last thing is offer. Okay? Now, with offer, too many people think that if they just get the right offer, they almost start printing money. What they don't understand is that all the best offers are spending $10,000, maybe $20,000 a month to fill your calendar. And if you're no good, if you're like, oh, just like, let me prove myself here, I'm certified, then why would they take you? You're gonna get smoked. I want someone that's actually gonna do what they say they're gonna do, right? And has numbers to back it up. Okay, so usually you have to work yourself into those offers. Now, if you're on an offer right now, which you should be, learning how to leverage the CRM, how to find opportunities. How many people have bought a low ticket that haven't been upsold? How many people haven't actually been asked for a referral or a renewal? How many times have you hit the CRM to reactivate old leads, or to activate the lead list of reps who are no longer there? Right? Doing things like that is going to allow you to keep I'm looking at the camera. Keep your calendar full, and the more opportunities you have, the more you're just going to make money. The other thing to know is white space. White space will kill you guys in the beginning. You have to know when it's time to double up on offers, to stack multiple offers, right? Or when you've capped out one offer and actually it's time to move on to one that's going to give you more responsibility, more opportunity to sell higher ticket items, or have more consistency. So knowing when your white space is costing you money, and it's okay, now it's time for me to find something new. And the third thing is, and then of course, offer hunting. That is a skill on its own. How to interview, how to actually stand out, how to do your applications properly, how to network effectively with the people that are going to open up doors for you. These are all things that fall under the offer category. Okay, because that's also what's going to open up the right opportunities. Because all of you guys, unfortunately, you all know that closer that's not that good, that makes 10, 20, 30K a month because they just plug themselves onto a good offer, right? But that's slim picking, right? We don't want to bank on that, so we want to put all the chips in our favor, right? Be good, know how to handle objections. So when these opportunities come up, as we look for them, as we interview for them, you have the highest likelihood of landing those. So then you can put your skills on the right vehicle to make the money that you want to make. Okay, that was 10 minutes of everything you need to make 15, 20, 30K plus in commissions in our industry. Again, if you want to join the party in the school group, it's free. Link is below somewhere. We have tons of resources there around problem finding, around discovery, around objection handling. And again, I go live every Tuesday. I'll coach you on whatever you need. See you there.